insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time may vary. Online health questions required.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome in to Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland with you on a Tuesday. Glad to be with you. We are getting you through what was a wild day in the NFL, the first unofficial day of free agency, and the Kansas City Chiefs were as active as any team out there. A ton to recap for the Chiefs today, and then some of the other big things happening across the league. We'll get into it all. We'll also take you back through a little bit. Congratulations to Team USA. Takes down Mexico. That's good to see in the World Baseball Classic as that continues. Bobby Witt Jr. in the starting lineup for Team USA last night. So we can get into that a little bit. We've got college basketball to get you ready for conference tournaments. Voice of the K-State Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson, joins us in just a little bit to look ahead to the Big 12 tournament, the Cats' chances, and just across the league from a guy who's seen all of these teams in there. It's all What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring the seasonal release, Lazy McCafferty, the beer packed with malty specialty grains that you love in an Irish red ale, but is light enough to put on your kilt and have you singing from the tabletops all night long. Lazy McCafferty Irish Red Ale, now available at Wichita Brewing Company. Pizza and beer made here. Glad to be with you this morning. TJ, how are you this morning?
Good morning. I am ready to take in some Big 12 basketball. My beloved Georgia Southern Falcons. I don't know what their mascot is. Falcons or Hawks or one of the two. Birds. They failed in the Sun Belt Championship. They couldn't get the magnificent run done, but I was locked in last night, tuned into that. Now the attention turns to the Big 12. I watched a little WCC last night, a little World Baseball Classic to take it all in as Bobby Witt Jr., pretty good at defense.
He's pretty good at defense. He got a meme to live forever from Paul Skeens. He had a decent day on offense. Bobby Witt Jr. is pretty awesome. I love Are you in on the World Baseball Classic? I love the World Baseball Classic.
I am. This is the most I ever have been. Obviously there's not much to take in right now except group play, which is, not worth a ton. I mean, for the United States, it's not worth a ton.
That one against Mexico is. Mexico's kind of had our number.
Yeah, that was the biggest one. I watched that. I mean, I watched Panama versus Canada the other day. I just like watching them to just see like, oh, I remember that guy. Oh, I know that guy. Like Great Britain, you see Nate Eaton playing center field. Oh, Royal. That's a Royal.
Yeah, it's fun. And then you get into where you've got the real contenders going head to head. And that's intense baseball. I love it. I think it's incredible. I can't wait for it. And now it's smacked right in the middle of college basketball. And it's like, okay, here we go. We're just going to do it all. Oh, and some NFL free agency. Let's do that too. What a Monday it was. It just a quick recap for the Chiefs, who get Travis Kelce back, who add Kenneth Walker, who add some defensive line depth. And we'll take you through it all. What they add, what they sort of don't add. There's a lot to get to with the Chiefs, but the headliner, of course, is Travis Kelce, and he's back, and we thought he'd be back. The rumors of the weekend appear to be behind them. $12 million instead of 17. I think that feels pretty fair. That's Kelce. Kelce probably could have earned more than that on the open market. Let's keep that in mind. I would imagine he could have. He's still productive. So in the end, he ends up wanting to come back to Kansas City. So all in all, for the Chiefs, it's a really interesting day, TJ. Very interesting. A good day is eye of the beholder, because maybe you don't think they should have invested that much in Kenneth Walker. But an interesting day at minimum.
Yeah. I think that it was a good day. I think that it addressed all the needs that even talking about what they were going to do in the draft, like we got a lot of answers, maybe outside of wide receiver, but like we got a defensive lineman, like you got your running back that you're not going to have to worry about. Is Jeremiah Love going to be available there? Now I've seen people even talking about like, what if he is there? Like,
Right.
and people are desperate for him. Like, can you trade back? Do you take him anyways? Like, what do you do there?
Well, no, you don't take him anyway now.
I don't think so either. That'd be silly. But you could probably trade back. Like, people love Jeremiah Love.
Well, I've thought about that too, and we'll dig in. And I like Jeremiah Love.
I don't think he's going to be there at 9 based on what people are talking about.
Yeah, it's interesting. The other guy they signed, Kairos Tonga, kind of a depth piece, but Chris Jones says he's a dog, so we'll believe Chris Jones. Tonga will be nice to have around.
Rachel Hallam says that the safety they got's pretty good because he was a Charger.
Who did they get at safety? I didn't even see.
Oh, you were asleep. Oh, headlines, Jacob.
Headlines I missed.
Let me look. Let me double check. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Okay. I got 2 signings late last night.
So not
Alohi Gilman.
Nope.
Is that how you say that?
Don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Played for the Chargers, then went to the Ravens. He went to Notre Dame with Drew Tranquill. And apparently he was pretty good when he was on the Chargers, according to my Charger sources, which is Rachel Hallam. And then late last night, I'm going to guess if you didn't see that, you didn't see this. Tyquan Thornton's coming back.
I didn't see that, but I am really glad to see that.
Yeah, 2 years, 11 million with a max value of 14 million.
I like that a lot. There was something cooking there with Thornton and Mahomes. I like that. We'll get into all of it. It's the stuff happening yesterday, just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. All kinds of moves were made around the league, and it was pretty fun. Pretty fun to see it. Mahomes gets some help. We'll see what happens with guys like Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco now. I don't know what else happens in the backfield, but it'll be good to watch. On the flip side, see how much money the former Chiefs secondary is reeling in here?
I was about to say, like that was like all one draft or 2 drafts, I think, between
like a lot of one draft.
Cook, Watson, Williams, and McDuffie. Yeah.
3 of them, McDuffie, Watson, Cook, combined to secure $215 million in contracts in 24 hours, thanks to Sam McDowell from the KC Star on that nugget. Just unreal. So you can be excited about what the Chiefs did yesterday or not. They got a lot of questions to answer on defense. A lot of questions to answer on defense. So we'll take a step back on the Chiefs day and dig into all of it. It should be good. We'll begin to look ahead to these conference tournaments. Wyatt Thompson is in, as I mentioned. That'll be good to have and fun to have. So here we go, everybody. It is just an absolutely insane, wild, crazy time of year. Let's throw in a giveaway here for the listeners on top of it all. All you got to do to get Wichita Thunder Military Appreciation Night tickets is to text the keyword military to the number 20357 for a chance to win those Thunder tickets. Enter from until March 18th for the March 20th Military Appreciation Night game. 5 winners will score a pair of tickets to the game. You can visit kfhradio.com for more information on that. Again, we have Wyatt Thompson coming in today. He'll join us in the next segment. You can give us a call at 869-1240. You can get in touch with the show on our video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X. You can leave comments right there on those platforms. We can get those out over the air. Thanks to everybody watching us as well on 12 News Connected. And thanks for listening to us on the Odyssey app. On the Odyssey app, you get that little microphone. You can leave us a voicemail. Talk smack, do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. We're here for you today. Let's talk some Big 12 basketball tournament with the voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson, when we return on Sports Daily.
This is Sports Radio,
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app. Brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
On KFH. And now, digging deeper with the teams you follow, it's another Sports Daily Insider interview on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Glad to be here with you. Joining us now on Sports Daily is the voice of the K-State Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson. Wyatt, how are you? You ready for some Big 12 basketball here?
I am. We got in yesterday afternoon. I drove over from Manhattan with Tom Gilbert, our media relations guy, and he and I and a couple of others went to dinner last night. Had a little Kansas City barbecue. Tom tells me you have to do that, right?
Yeah, I don't think you have. Where'd you go? Which barbecue did you get?
Q39. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Kansas City's a great place, man. I've always loved the city from the basketball perspective. If you study at all the history here, and we talk about this every year, it's really a cool place. And they had a lot of good crowds for the women's tournament last week, which K-State made a good run in that, as you guys know. Don't know that I'm at least going in as optimistic with the guys, but hey, we'll see how it plays. But fun to be here, ready to go.
There you go. Go ahead, Jacob. No, you go ahead. You go ahead, Jacob.
Here's look with K-State. How many can they win? Can it be one? Could it be two? BYU's lost 8 of 12 down the stretch. The Saunders injuries killed them. We don't know. It's how do you pull from the first game they played? We're talking about K-State with a different coach and BYU perhaps without its best college basketball player. So do you just throw your hands up in the air and start over when you prepare for this game? I don't really know how to set any sort of expectations for it.
It's a great point because we opened conference play on January 3rd, I believe it was, with BYU at home and lost by 10. And at the time, I'll remind everybody, they were 12-1 through the non-con, ranked 10th in the country, and they were flying high. And even though K-State lost that game, I'm thinking, okay, we just competed pretty well with one of the better teams in the league. And now here you fast forward to March, and it's so crazy how different it's been for both. You mentioned injuries for them. Obviously, Richie Saunders out. They're 2-4 since he went down. They just don't have the same mojo without him, don't you think? I mean, it's just the other night, though, I'm studying the game where they were at home against Texas Tech, rather. They were down 13 in the first half and came back and won that game. And yes, DeBonsa had a big hand in it, but their point guard, Robert Wright, was the real guy. And to me, DeBonsa's going to go get his 20 or 25 or whatever, right? You can't have Robert Wright go off for 27. And so that's kind of one of the real things I'll be watching for tonight. And honestly, fellas, I hope K-State has some want-to them. I don't know if they will or they won't, but I hope they do. We'll see. They've been pretty good at fighting all year. They've just been outmanned more times than not, as you know.
We lost TJ's microphone there, Wyatt. Let's look at then what K-State can do. Is it kind of a Haggerty Johnson on offense? What do they need to do? What does K-State X's and O's wise need to do against a team? I mean, who I think even without Saunders still likes to keep the pace a little high.
I don't think I'm hearing you now, Jacob, to be real honest.
Uh-oh. Did you lose us both, Wyatt? Maybe we had an overall connection crash.
I'm not sure what happened there. You want me to just redial?
Yeah, Wyatt rejoin. I'm not sure what's going on out over the stream.
Let me try that real quick. Okay.
Wyatt's going to try to rejoin. If I still have everybody, we'll stick here with it. Max can let me know if we're having trouble over there. TJ, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Okay. Wyatt couldn't hear me either. So I think both of you guys were having some issues there. Wyatt's going to reconnect here real quick, and then we'll re-go on this conversation. But
daylight saving, screwing us all up.
Yeah, we'll blame that. So real quick, it's the third game of the day. So you've got Arizona State, Baylor, Cincinnati, Utah, but it's the second game of the second window today. So we're getting there. Wyatt, do we have you back now? Can you hear us now, Wyatt? But I don't think Wyatt can still hear us. I think we're still having issues here. So I'm not sure. We'll have Max stop Wyatt and try to get him on the phone. Either way, let's talk Big 12 tournament, TJ. Okay. I think they got a shot here. I mean, BYU ran off a stretch where they lost to UCF, West Virginia, Cincinnati. That was going into that win against Texas Tech. The number's 10.5. 10.5?
Mm.
I mean,
I don't know.
That feels too big to me.
It depends on what BYU does. It's all up to them. Like he's talking about, like they have just struggled down the stretch after losing Richie Saunders and kind of lost their mojo. But like they beat Texas Tech, and so they've got something in there that can work. It's just a matter of which one of them wants to show up. I mean, they beat Iowa State. 2 weeks ago they beat Texas Tech. Those are the last 2 wins to Iowa State and Texas Tech. So
I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't know that I realized until we started looking for this game yesterday or Sunday, whenever I started looking at it, that BYU had even lost as many games down the stretch as they had. Wyatt, as we've got you back now. I was surprised to see that because it didn't feel like they had fallen off like that, but they really have struggled. 10.5 points we were just talking about. K-State with the two big offensive heavy hitters that they have at a game like this in a tournament format like this, BYU's not the worst matchup in the world, I guess. Yeah, we lost you. We lost.
I don't think we can hear you now.
I don't think we can do it, Wyatt.
Maybe it's just. Let's just call Wyatt. Maybe we should just do this while we just look at Wyatt's face as like the ambiance in the background, and he can just react like thumbs up or thumbs down if he agrees with us.
We can't hear Wyatt. I have no idea what's going on. We've never had this issue. Apologize, everybody, on Sports Daily. Wyatt, we'll have Max call you real quick. Max, can you call Wyatt if you've got that available? But TJ, like, what's your thought on K-State? You've watched them as much as anybody. Is that a team that looks at you and you feel like can make something happen?
The thing that I said is that like they have lost all your confidence down the stretch of this thing is because they did things well they scored the ball really well early conference play and they didn't play a lick of defense. And then now as it got down to the real, bad times, they weren't scoring the ball well either. Like they lost to West Virginia 59-54 that I'm looking at is to cherry pick one of them here. Like they didn't get over 80 for, months. And then they go to Allen Fieldhouse and you score 85, you give up 104 or whatever it was. But that feels like what it's going to take if you want to beat somebody. Like if they're going to beat BYU, K-State's going to have to score like 90 points.
Wyatt, do you agree with that? I think we have you on the phone now. Is it?
I think that's pretty accurate. I think, K-State gave up 104 Saturday, and you saw that. But your point is, if the guards are scoring, and then you've got Kamari McGriff somewhere in that vicinity of 30 minutes, even 27 or 8. I mean, the last couple of games, I even wrote this on my chart, 17-7-2 against Kansas, and had 18-7-2 the game before that against West Virginia. They're a little bit different when he's in there and doing well. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get Abdi Bashir back, and that's just what it is. But if I'll say the big three, and people will laugh at that, and I'm okay with it. But if Haggerty, Johnson, and McGriff are all scoring, you bet they have a chance, 100%.
So then, a chance there. Let's just put our rosiest colored glasses on. After that, it could be West Virginia, right? And then after that, it would be Houston, which you're then kind of the air goes out of the balloon. So, we take it, if you take it into an opportunity to get to, Thursday, let's call it, BYU, West Virginia, do you think there is enough energy in the guys that are there to go out and try to go out with a bet? Because there's going to be no postseason this year. There's no invitations coming for K-State. So this is it.
Right.
And this is it for some really good college basketball players. Is there enough want to, you think, there out of that group?
Well, I think if you win the next 2 days, there could be more than what we see today, frankly. And that's just my opinion. I could be dead wrong on that. The team came over yesterday before us, so I have not had much contact with them yet, but I will this morning and this afternoon and obviously tonight. But seeing them go through some stuff on Sunday, it's just, walkthrough stuff, they're kind of like always, man. They just kind of keep showing up and doing their thing. And it's really one of the oddest teams I've ever been around from that perspective. they've been beaten down, and if you're around them, you can't hardly even tell it. At least a lot of the times.
I guess that's a good thing, Wyatt. Go back to Saturday's Sunflower Showdown. With the streak that KU has on that day, I think that they could play against the Golden State Warriors and it wouldn't matter because KU just is unbelievable on senior day for some reason. But it felt like watching that, like you could see K-State's offense kind of get up for that game in ways that we haven't seen in, a couple of months, probably, you could say.
I think that's true. And again, I go back to Kamari. He was really good. PJ was 8 of 18, and that's a little bit below probably what he normally does. But Nate's such a key factor for K-State. He had 21, 7, 3 assists, 2 steals. And if you go back and watch, he did very little offensively in the first 7 or 8, 9 minutes of the game. Once he kind of started to get cooking, K-State offensively was pretty good. They shot nearly 45%. That's pretty good for them. Unfortunately, you can't let somebody go 23 of 30 in the second half against you, no matter who you are, especially on the road in that building. So
it feels like they're going to have to shoot the lights out, which, again, they can do. So let's look at the rest of the field. Wyatt, you saw KU. We got a lot of KU fans listening to this show. From what you saw on senior day and what you've seen from KU down the stretch here, which has been a little Jekyll and Hyde, is that a team that with Arizona and Houston, in Iowa State and Texas Tech and all these teams in the field, does KU have what it takes, you think, to make a run in this tournament?
Absolutely they do. I don't think there's any question about it. And the reason I would say that more than anything else is you have I'm even a different level after watching Peterson in person Saturday. Some of the plays he makes offensively, you just shake your head. I walked away thinking, this guy, I know they're different heights, different types of players, but just that little floater, whether it's from 12, 13 feet or 6 feet, I haven't seen that in this league in a while, that consistent. You know who I went back to? This is really high praise, and I get it, but Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That guy's one of the most pure shooter, quick get off guys, and Peterson's that. Let's say he plays at optimum level for 3 games here, and you get what you normally get out of Council, and pretty much everybody else. You know who was really good Saturday against Kansas State was Trey White. If he plays like that, they can win this tournament, in my opinion.
Yeah,
he's been good.
He feels like he's the X factor a little bit. Wyatt, let's switch gears here. Let's talk a little coaching carousel. Is that our lives are probably about to get drilled in the next 2 weeks with this? It's time to strike, I would imagine, either this week or next, as seasons are starting to come to an end. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, Jacob, there's 2 Power 5 jobs open, and it's K-State and Providence. I don't think I missed any others. I guess Arizona State is expected to happen, but it hasn't happened yet, I guess. Wyatt, sell me on K-State. If I'm a coach, what is K-State the best job in the clubhouse?
It's a really good question, and I think it's a little bit harder to answer that now because of one factor. You do not know what Providence is paying in NIL money.
True.
Right? I mean, we know what the rev share is. Everybody has the similar rev share. But that secondary NIL is the real key. I don't know what that is. I think K-State has been pretty competitive there. Will they be able to pay what they have paid the last couple of years? That will also be a factor. So you've got that one on the left and one on the right, and that's why it's hard to answer. Depending on the candidate, and you've got, everybody talks about Calhoun and Schertz and Corey Alexander and those types of people, and all of those guys I think are legitimate candidates. I don't know that it's exclusive to those 3. I think there may be another guy or 2, but I don't think we're that far away. And I think it's obvious that K-State would like to get this done sooner rather than later because, like you talked about, 2 openings to Power 4 now. How many will it be a week from now?
All it takes is one of those big dominoes to fall, and then somebody gets hired up, and then somebody else gets hired up, and then all of a sudden you've got 10.
Right.
You want to go fast. There's no doubt about that. You got to be fast so that big domino doesn't come for you. Wyatt Thompson, voice of the K-State Wildcats. We'll do this for you. We'll grant you this favor. You're not allowed to pick K-State here, Wyatt. Who you have winning the Big 12 tournament?
Well, I just told you I think KU could win it, and I say that because I know what kind of crowds they'll have there. If they play at real close to their best, they can beat anybody. But that's also true of Iowa State, maybe true of Houston, and obviously true with Arizona. I have to get all of that in. I've said all along I think Arizona's the best team. But in all of the years I've covered this league, usually the league champion, I don't know that I haven't studied that. I guess I should. I'd like to know how many times in 24 years that the league champion won the tournament. It's probably not as much as you think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and
it feels like usually the league champion just wants to get out healthy and they don't care about anything else.
Well, in a lot of years that's been true for Kansas, right? But it's also been true for others, but in particular Kansas. I know Iowa State will draw too. Arizona probably not as much, but they're still really good. So I'll say Kansas 1, Arizona would be my second choice.
Wyatt, speaking of the Pac schools that have joined the Big 12, it feels like it's tradition every year since they've joined that the people out west push that this tournament needs to be in Vegas. And based on how we started the segment here, I would imagine that Wyatt Thompson disagrees with that.
Well, I've been coming here a long time, and I do love Kansas City. And I think Kansas City loves the Big 12. And I've, like I said before, this tournament has always been really good here. I think as long as we're doing it like we're doing it now, I don't see any room to move it. But not everybody agrees with me or thinks that way. I think there are people in the league that would like to move it around. But why Vegas or why or where else?
It's hilarious that the proposed location is farther west than any of the schools actually are in the Big 12.
That's exactly right. And people would go to Vegas. It's not that hard to get there, right? Yep. There are a lot of basketball tournaments there. I guess it makes more sense than going to what? Denver? Phoenix?
Yeah. If you're going to do something like that, it better be Vegas. Because at that point it's all for show.
I got to ask this. We got a minute left. I got to ask the question. Have you asked the guys about the glass court? I've heard things that it may be a little slipperier than, that's not the right word, than hardwood.
It is a little bit from what everybody is saying. I'll ask our guys about it today. But the scouting report going into the weekend was, if you're wearing Nike shoes, it's better. I don't know if that's true, but that was the perception of our guys.
All right. Well, we won't make you pick the beer drinking champion fan base this weekend because that's unfair to everybody not named Iowa State. Correct. Wyatt, have fun in Kansas City. Maybe the Cats can get a couple wins here, and we can make it an interesting weekend.
That sounds good, fellas. I appreciate it.
We'll have the Cats call all as far as they go right here on KFH. So tune in tonight. Cats BYU supposed to start at 6:00. Be pretty close. So you can listen to Wyatt then and get a little pregame coverage while you're at it. We'll be right back with more Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
the canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
On KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland here with you on this Tuesday. TJ, it is, I can't believe we're already conference tournament week. Love it. Love this time of year. We mix in a little World Baseball Classic. USA defeats Mexico last night. And then we're going to mix in a little NFL free agency, which hasn't even started yet, technically. It starts tomorrow. But we get a lot of the news yesterday, and it starts with the Chiefs. And they add Travis Kelce. We can say add because he was technically a free agent.
They stayed in the mix.
Would they say again?
They stayed in the mix.
They stayed in the mix.
The Chiefs stayed in the mix for Travis Kelce.
They got him. And they get Kenneth Walker. And they get, defensive tackle Tonga from New England. and I guess a couple of safeties, a safety in Tyquan Thornton.
Correct.
So when we look at it now, just at a bird's eye, and we'll dig into each of these moves in the next hour, but as a total package off season, you've basically lost your entire secondary. You've added a running back, and that's where we stand for the totality of the offseason. And you've added a first-round pick, let's say. You lost a right tackle. So you've lost your secondary. You've lost your right tackle. You've added Kenneth Walker and the 29th overall pick and a defensive tackle for depth there, I guess we should say. Where do how are you feeling now? Like, as the dust has settled out, like, that's all the big moves we're likely going to see for the Chiefs. We've got the draft coming up. How you feeling about the total package? Again, we'll dig into each of them as we make our way through the show today. But total package here, are the Chiefs better or worse, do you think, than they were to end last season?
I think they're better than they were. I think that Kenneth Walker just carries a lot of water on his own in that conversation. I was going to say, it feels like this offseason, it's made the most sense of what the Chiefs have done. Last year, there was like 2 or 3 different ways that it could have gone, I feel like, and they went down the route of trade Tooney and just try to keep everybody else the same and see what they can still do. And it was like, is that the best thing for the Chiefs? Like, I don't know. And I think that we didn't think that was. I don't think that we thought it was back at the time either. This time around, it felt like it was clear cut. Like, the Chiefs need a running back. The Chiefs need pieces on defense, and the Chiefs probably need another wide receiver. And one way or another, they're going to clear out a whole bunch of money, make a bunch of room, and start attacking the things they need to attack. And getting Kenneth Walker, I mean, Kenneth Walker is the best one on the market, right? Now, the Brees isn't.
Yeah, if Brees Hall was, in my opinion, he is. Travis Etienne was the other guy. He went to the Saints. So yeah, I would have said Kenneth Walker's the best on the market. And when you look at the draft class, if you're going for high impact guy and you're not going to get Brees Hall, and you're not going to draft Jeremiah Love, yeah, he's the guy. He'd be the guy.
I feel like they got better. I
think they got better on offense, considering a Mahomes injury, which we do have to consider. But man, they're not right now. They're not even close to as good defensively. And that does worry me a little bit. Like, they've got a lot of holes to fill on defense. And they listen, they've done it in a draft. If they can replicate that, was that 22? They can replicate that draft. But no, I mean, that's too much to ask. So this is like, get to work, Spags. They better really love some of these guys in the secondary, because they're losing some horses that have been there defensively for a long time now, and that have developed and know what they're doing. And like, the early part of the season for this defense might be a little rocky. We'll see. So in totality, is this a better team than the team that walked in the door, pre-injuries and everything last year? Boy, man.
I think so.
I don't
think
know
the defense. Let's just make it easier. The offense is better, right?
It's different. Yeah. I mean, Mahomes coming off an injury is going to be. It's going to be
that
hard
part's scary. But I think that, like, based on what we, hindsight, obviously, Isaiah Pacheco wasn't going to be enough to do the things he needed to do.
You still have to see an offensive lineman step over and fill that hole at right tackle.
Correct. Yeah.
So we have to see that, and we have to see Kelsey just basically be what he was last year. Yes, the offense should be better. You won't have Worthy hurt. You won't have Rice suspended. Kelsey should be.
Yeah, that's a big part of it too.
He got better running back. So yeah, I mean, it should walk in the door better. But you're also dealing with Mahomes coming off an ACL. I mean, Kenneth Walker's probably going to get his run early, right? You're the Chiefs, and you got Mahomes coming off. Like, what are you trying to do with Mahomes? Hey, let's drop back 25 times. Like, but in order to do that and win games, you got to be able to play good defense. So I'm not faulting or like passing a grade or anything else, like grade the Chiefs off season. That's not what I'm saying, because it's too early to do that. And we have to understand the chips that they were dealt. I would say in totality, doing the things that they've done to get to this point one day before free agency actually starts, they've done a pretty good job. If they weren't going to pay McDuffie, getting a first and a second for him is a good thing to do. Jawan Taylor, the money needed to be freed up. They restructured some contracts. They've been able to bring back Kelsey. They've been able to add Kenneth Walker. Tyquan Thornton is back. Yes, I would say for the resources that they had, they've done a good job so far. The question is, is it, compare it to last year, I think. And now we got to see this draft. And this is a class that, I don't know, man, people are so down on this draft class, which feels crazy, but it's just all you hear about is how this isn't the best draft class. This isn't the best draft class. But there are going to be Pro Bowlers in this class. There are probably going to be Hall of Famers in this class, just like these are. So got to get it right. You got to get it right, or their defense is not going to be where it was the last 2 or 3 years. I don't think. And if it's not, what can you do offensively to help that? Run the ball. Run the ball helps your defense as much as it helps Mahomes, right? Like, doesn't it?
Yep.
And you just went out and you paid a guy.
They're going to have that. That's the other conversation to have after yesterday is that you did this. Will it be worth it, basically? Like, and the only person that can make that decision is the people that are calling the plays. Like, if they use Kenneth Walker like they used Isaiah Pacheco, which they won't, like, that will not be worth it. That's your eye of the beholder of, like, why did we spend that much on a running back when we have Patrick Mahomes as our quarterback? But they're going to run the ball.
They have to run the ball. I mean, there's a million reasons they have to. But, 2 years ago, they had to, and they did more than normal. But that, if you just took that amount and plugged it in, I don't think it's enough. You've got Simmons, you've got who we think is going to be pretty good. You got Sua Mataia, who played much better at left guard than left tackle. You've got the league's, let's call them top 3 center and guard with Humphrey and Smith, and we'll see what they do at right tackle. Like, they are built to run the ball next year. They are built for play action. What are you going to do with Worthy and Rice and these guys and Thornton? Like, take shots with Thornton. We know what Kelsey's going to do. It'll be interesting. Like, Worthy.
I think I forgot about right tackle. Honestly, I forgot about the Jawan Taylor. So once they get that, I don't know what they're going to do with that.
They'll probably slide somebody over. Would be my guess at it. They were supposed to be in the mix. There's rumors they're in the mix for Trent Williams, and if they can get him on the cheap, that would make you want to run the ball, you put that big fella out there, and then you can either play him at left or right, doesn't matter, and Simmons at left or right doesn't really matter. That would be something. But and I don't know how that'll work. I think the Niners would like to trade Trent Williams, but it doesn't. I mean, then we'd go through this every offseason with Trent Williams, literally every offseason. So I don't know what to expect there, but they've got some guys in there that I'd feel okay at right tackle about. I don't think they need to use pick 9 on a right tackle.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm just saying, once they have an answer for that, that's the only thing that on the offense that I don't feel great about. Outside of Patrick Mahomes' knee, but the rest of the offense makes me feel like it's better than last year outside of that position because we just don't know the answer yet. The defense, I feel significantly worse about.
What about last year immediately following the draft? Before Rice's suspension news came out, before Worthy obviously got trucked by Kelsey in the first game, felt pretty good about that offense, and it didn't work out. I did. I felt great about that offense.
What did they do? Out. They got Simmons and Royals. Was that their?
They drafted Simmons, but it looked like they were going to have a full healthy complement of everybody there, and then Rice gets suspended, and then Worthy gets hurt, and then and then the wheels fall off a little bit.
I guess
just
so.
It's hard to compare them because we need the Chiefs to do something so different than what they've done.
I think
and I don't want to compare.
This is why I feel like it's unfair comparison is because last year at that time, maybe this is just me. We were under the impression that what the Chiefs have done for the last 4 or 5 years or whatever was just going to keep working. And I think that that's where the shortcomings fell, is that like the offense was probably good enough outside of, maybe the running back room, because they just didn't have a ton of miss going on from the running backs. But like, it was probably good enough, but it was the scheme that they've done for so long that, like we've talked about, the league is adjusted to, because a lot of people throw the ball a ton like the Chiefs do, and it didn't work. And so that's why I think I feel good, is because all the writing is on the wall that they need to make an adjustment. And if you're going to make an adjustment, they are investing in that adjustment now. And that's why I feel better about it than I do.
Yeah, they're doing the thing. They're doing the things on paper that we think they need to be doing to do the biggest thing that'll at least help them through the early part of the season next year, and that's run the ball. We're seeing them do it. I mean, they're putting their money in those things. So look, in the next hour, we're gonna dig a little deeper into the individual moves, the Kelsey move, the Walker move mostly. And we'll kind of take them piece by piece and what we think of them. Is it too much money? All of that stuff. We'll take a look at all of it individually in the next hour. On the way out, let's get you a free cup of iced tea from HTO. It's easy to win. You'll get a cup of choose more than one of 25 flavors. You can mix and match. You can do whatever you want. You can get in at East Wichita, West Wichita, or in Derby, and you can enter this contest by texting the keyword T to the short code 20357. You can enter once per day. Message and data rates apply. Good luck, everybody. Try the all-new Spiced Orange while you're in there. So we'll have that coming up in the next hour. We'll also talk maybe a little World Baseball Classic. We'll start to get you ready for the Shockers and their tournament hopes coming up later this week. Paul Mills is going to talk openly to the media yesterday. If you missed anything with our interview with Paul Mills, you can go back and listen to that on the Odyssey app yesterday. We've got some other NFL news to talk about too. It wasn't just the Chiefs that it got crazy for. So we'll dig into all of it. There's plus headlines I missed. I think there's headlines everybody missed trying to keep up with it yesterday. TJ will have that for us. It's all coming in another hour of Sports Daily. Don't go away, everybody. We're coming right back.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems
Why are they hiding it?
and real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland here with you on this Tuesday. In as busy a week or weeks as we have on the sports calendar, it's a fun one as we go down the stretch with conference tournaments. We've got the World Baseball Classic happening, more than just a regular spring training. We've got NFL free agency opening up this week, and we've got y'all covered here on Sports Daily. Whether you are on the air with us on KFH, you can call us at 869-1240. Whether you are on the air with us here on our video streams on 12 News Connected, on Facebook, YouTube, or X, you can connect with us those ways. You can send us emails, sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. You can send us voice messages through the Odyssey app if you're listening to us that way. It's all available for you here on Sports Daily. All that we're talking about is what's on tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, your headquarters for the Delano St. Patty Day Parade on March 14th. You can catch the parade from the rooftop or on the main floor through the open garage door. Hundreds of seats, drink specials, conference tournaments on those TVs, including 2 100-inch screens. WBC Delano, your St. Patty Day Parade headquarters. Pizza and Irish cheer made here. You St. Patrick's Day celebrator, TJ, typically?
No. I mean, what do you celebrate with? Beer?
Drink a bunch of beer. Yeah, it's been a
drink-
while since I've celebrated St. Patrick's Day.
The only people that I really know that celebrate St. Patrick's Day are the fake Patty's Day people that are the 20-year-olds in college in Manhattan.
Right. Yeah, it's very much a college early 20s holiday. It's a fun holiday. I like it, but problem with it is like it's what if it's on a Tuesday like it is this year?
My parents and I obviously are big spring training people, and so it's always per tradition they'll keep it going. I'll be watching conference basketball tournaments and things of that sort, but they'll go to a spring training game whenever they're out there, and they'll drink a green beer. They always want a green beer on St. Patrick's Day.
The St. Patrick's Day parade is this Saturday, correct? I believe that's right.
Sure.
Yeah, good times out there. Now on a Saturday, I've heard, and I've not done it, but somebody was just talking about this in the last couple of days, how much fun that parade is. So Wichita Brewing Company would be a great place to watch it. That new Delano location's right there, square smack in the center of it. We'll get that all ready for you this week with those conference tournaments into Saturday. But before we continue, we've got NFL to talk about. We've got a lot to talk about. We got some headlines that I missed. We already found a couple from overnight. Max, let's do it.
All right, Sports Daily fans, let's take you to the sports headlines Jacob probably didn't see.
Okay, headlines that Jacob probably did not see. Jacob, let's go back over the weekend. I don't know if you saw the team that is going dancing from Arch Madness, Northern Iowa, got in. UNI, team the Shockers beat back in the non-con whenever Paul Mills was having a episode on the sidelines. Evidently, it turned out that was pretty wild to think about. But UNI is in, which is pretty cool from a Shocker fan base that played against them about a bajillion times. If they go on a run, Ben Jacobson might get hired somewhere. That's something to watch.
How long has he been there? It's been a minute.
Forever. But his name is in the carousel. Like, people have talked about him going to K-State.
Has been every year for like a decade.
I agree. On that topic, talking to Wyatt this morning, the national reporters are starting to say that like this might happen soon because they want to jump the gun and beat everybody else. The hard part is, does that mean that they're getting a guy that's going to be in March Madness or not? I know Jared Calhoun of Utah State
he's the hottest name I've seen.
He's probably the front runner. Shirts basically said no already. And this is what people are talking about. And Casey Alexander, the Belmont coach, is getting some run for it as well. They won the regular season Missouri Valley, if I'm not mistaken. They were the 1 seed there. So it could be them. Their season's over. So it could be Casey Alexander if they're striking first, or they're going to talk Calhoun into it to come take it before they get into the tournament and do it that way. Other headlines that you probably didn't see, because these are going to start getting off the rails. Are you aware of the Donna Kelsey renovations?
I am now. Our pal Rachel House hooked me up on the information there last night.
I figured that was the case. It is quite the story to follow along with, and it is getting such run. It's pretty hilarious, the things that are coming out of it. Like yesterday, Travis Kelsey expected to return to the Chiefs from the NFL accounts. Mind you, Donna Kelsey is about to tear down a wall in her home, and this is what you people care about? Come on. There's some good stuff about that. There's good stuff about Travis Kelsey wanted to play football so he doesn't have to help with the renovation. There's stuff about Travis Kelsey needed to go back to get an extra $12 million to help with the modest renovations. It's pretty good. The Empire State Building lit up in green and red last night to congratulate Donna Kelsey on remodeling her modest Florida home. This is when social media is the good stuff, for sure.
What was the green and red signify?
Eagles and Chiefs.
Eagles and Chiefs. Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. What do we got here? We'll go NFL. Kenneth Walker signing with the Chiefs. You know that headline. Mm-hmm. He posted a video on Instagram that his agency, I believe, or some editor or whatever, made him like a video, like a TikTok, to like with his highlight reel, and it's like, we're going to Kansas City, blah 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 blah, and it opened up on a map panning from Seattle over to an outline of the state of Kansas. And somebody said, was that an accident, or is Kenneth Walker just really sharp and is saying, I'm going to be here in 2031?
Okay. All right.
Because now you can be the people that say like the Kansas City Chiefs are in Kansas, and it's like you're kind of right, but you're not.
Kenneth Walker's not going to be here in 2031.
Yeah, I know. It was an accident for sure, but it's
nice
funny.
effort.
It's funny that it's like, is he wrong or is he right? Kind of. On Kenneth Walker, Sean Corner had a good one on the X machine. Said Kenneth Walker signing with the Chiefs after winning Super Bowl MVP, going from a championship roster to a team that missed the playoffs. Respect him for trying to turn around a struggling franchise.
Struggling franchise. Okay.
All right, we get even deeper in the weeds as it's conference basketball week, conference tournament week. I don't even know what league this is. Is this like the Big Sky? Is that right? I don't know. High Point. I don't know what conference they're in.
Okay. High
I think
Point.
it's Big Sky. I don't know. High Point has a guy that is going viral. His name's Chase Johnson, number
South.
99. Big South, excuse me. I saw the big S. Chase Johnston is number 99 for High Point. His stat line popped up on the screen the other day, and somebody screenshotted it, and it's going really viral. This season, he is 0 for 4 on 2-point field goals and is 64 for 132 on threes.
Yeah, boy.
That's a good percentage. That's got March Madness legend written all over it.
That's a pretty good percentage.
What was his name? Golke for Oakland a couple years ago. That's him. 100%. Yeah. All right, this one is off the rails. Division III basketball. Grinnell versus Greenville in the Division III playoffs, I believe, if I'm not mistaken here. Somebody posted this out and said, if you're bored, this is Z-rating college basketball analytics. If you find yourself bored at some point, you should consider watching a few minutes of this basketball game. Both of these teams sub 5 new guys in every minute, press every possession, and chuck up shots as fast as they can. Full court press the whole game. There's a full court pass every 30 seconds. Neither team plays man defense. Grinnell scored 94 points in the second half. The teams combined for 84 threes attempted, combined 50 turnovers. The final score was 161 to 130.
I don't think I'd like to watch that.
That is off the rails. Division III basketball.
I don't think I'd like to watch.
What is that? 290 points. 290 points. That is.
Yeah, that's taking the analytics bros to the next level.
That I've never seen a basketball game where you just keep continuous subs going in, but it makes sense if you're just going to keep pressing and
if you're going to press the entire time, you're going to have to do that. If you're, in Division III, there's probably less difference between your starters and your reserves, I would imagine.
Yep. All right, here's one for you that is very deep in the weeds of speculation. Tyron Stokes, the never-ending recruitment that this might end in July. Who knows where he's going to go? He's going to play basketball in less than a year at a school. Still hasn't committed. Went live on his Instagram for about 30 seconds yesterday. And, people get notified whenever you go live sometimes. So somebody clicked over and got a screenshot that Tyron Stokes was live in front of a balloon arch. The balloons were red, blue, and yellow. And people are saying, who
else is recruiting him?
Kentucky.
Just KU and Kentucky?
For the most part, is what it seems
like. Like Iowa State in the mix or something?
But what we don't know is that maybe his teammate signed to whatever.
Why would he already have a balloon arch?
Maybe he's got the balloon arch because he's going to announce it tomorrow. Maybe he's got a balloon arch ordered to do it later this week, and he's going to make a big to-do about it. But the balloons are there, and everybody's saying that it's happening. People are digging deep in the weeds. It's a pretty far reach to get down to that point. But the
problem, I think, with this is going to be people will have the same sorts of expectations they have for Darren Peterson, and I don't think that's fair.
I don't think so either.
But you never know. I wish I enjoyed recruitment as much as you do, but I just don't at all. I just don't. It just brings me no joy. I just want to know who's there.
Speaking of recruitment, you need to take a deep dive. Taylor Eldridge of the Eagle put a story out about Reese Alston that was here.
I did read.
Do you know Rafer Alston? Were you aware?
Yes, okay. He was like one of the OGs.
All right. I didn't know who he I didn't know who he was, and then as I dug deeper into it, I saw the highlight reel, and I'm like, oh, I've seen this 100 times.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rafer Alston. I think he was the first crossover guy. Had to be the most successful. He played for a long time in the NBA. But yeah, he was one of those OGs from that. His and one.
It sounds like
called and one.
Yeah, it sounds like also is not, it's not a
No,
courtesy.
it's a good story. You should go read it from Taylor Eldridge. I don't think it's a nothing. It's going to be
hard.
The first big test. Can Wichita State get some funds together like that for a kid like that? We'll
you know what helps with that? Making the NCAA tournament.
That's right. That's right. Get everybody excited. All right. When we come back, let's dig into these Chiefs moves. Look at more of the NFL free agency craziness of Monday.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
this thing. Go!
Sports Daily is on KFH.
Oh man, I'm seeing Cal. Did you see Cal Raleigh not shake Randy Rosarena's hand after the game?
It's making rain. It was before the game. It was like first pitch.
Well, right. That's what I meant. During the at bat, and then Rosarena talked after the game, I guess.
Yeah.
I think back to Kobe and Powell at the Olympics. Right? Yeah. You remember that?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Run
through his chest.
Run through his chest. He ain't my teammate right now. I love that stuff. You can't get your feelings hurt at that. You're trying to win. Yeah, your teammates for the Mariners. You know, teammates right now in the World Baseball Classic. This American pride. I feel like hockey kind of set the tone for this, right?
Somebody made the point is if USA can go on a WBC run, they will be world champions in basketball Olympics, hockey Olympics, WBC baseball, and then screw it, let's go win the World Cup too.
Yeah, like the whole Team USA thing has gotten way too political over the years. Like these guys, they just want to win. Like they want to go win for Team USA. I like it. I like the pride that runs into it. Like why I feel, and sometimes I feel bad for the athletes. Like you've got all these crazy things happening around the world, and you've got our sports team representatives. And everybody what do you think about this geopolitical thing? Why are we asking, baseball players about that? Like, what? Like, come on, man. Like that's not their job. Their job is to win.
One more headline that we did not talk about. Tua has his next team, which you probably did see. Tua is going to Atlanta, which are the Falcons, which in a way are a hawk, right?
A hawk Tua.
I
don't think they are a hawk. But they're a bird.
It's a large bird. They're the Atlanta Hawks, at least. Maybe you can go to a couple basketball games.
There you go. There you go.
The prophecy is fulfilled, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And then they replace him with Malik Willis. Remember when I said Malik Willis?
Oh, they did.
Get paid a bunch of money.
Did he go to Miami?
Did you see that headline? Is that a headline?
No, headline TJ missed.
Wow. Yeah.
Scooped.
Told you. He's going to get his shot. You take one high-paid quarterback and you replace him to another 3 years, $67 million, $45 million guaranteed. I don't hate it, by the way. I think it's probably fine. I think running out there with Willis is as good as running out there with Tua again at this point. Tua's not done. Tua's got a chance to be the next Baker Mayfield, be the next Sam Day. He's got a chance there. He's just got to stay healthy. It was a wild day across. I mean, everything. It was wild yesterday. Did Trey Hendrickson ever get a home? He was the last big one to be kind of sitting there. I don't think he did yet. I don't know where his most interest is coming for. I would say if you're a Cowboys fan, that's probably good news. I know that's a name that a lot of Cowboys fans have been wondering about. They've had a busy offseason. Jerry's putting his money where his mouth is. He goes and trades for more defensive linemen. He's taking all that money. He's plays more active in free agency than normal, which is the right thing to do. But the Chiefs take all the headlines yesterday. They take the headlines because Kelsey makes the announcement he's coming back, which isn't surprising. It's felt like he's been coming back for a long time now. To me, you got that little bit of weird reporting over the weekend that made me pause a little bit on the contract and have the conversation we had yesterday, which is, yeah, you want Kelsey back. You want him back for $17 million? Comes back for about $12 million. I think he can go up to 14. That's fine. Like I'm in on that. So I'm glad he's back. The Chiefs need him. Mahomes needs him. The whole team needs him. He was good last year. But people can say whatever you want. Travis Kelce was a good player last year.
I agree.
And where would the Chiefs have been without him?
I think that the best way to think about it.
He didn't have Mahomes for a long time.
Yeah, it's true. The thing that I think about that has really kind of changed my tune on it is the fact, and like obviously, like the stats are stats, they don't lie. But like the fact of other teams that, especially over the weekend, like talking about like he could probably command 17 maybe.
Yeah, every team in football would have been interested.
From the Broncos, from whatever. There's a lot of teams that he would help them get over a hump potentially. Like that to me just shows you, like, in and of itself, Yeah, he's good. Like, he helps you win.
Yeah.
Is he what he was 5 years ago? No. And that's why it's unfair, and that's why everybody thinks that he's an old man. But, think about it. Take a step back and look at it from that way.
Yeah, everybody would want Travis Kelce as just a receiver at the end of the line, right? Like, he's still very, very good at that. He put up the numbers he put up last year without Mahomes for a lot of the season. So I'm glad he's back. He's still a productive player. He's going to be productive. It's great. Okay. That's the first move of many. 12 million, good with that number. 17 would have been a little dicey, but 12's I think that was kind of the assumption we all had. Yeah, I'll come back. He's not going to come back for 17. It sounds like it's going to be a swan song, according to the reports, which is fine. Like, I don't think he wants to do this again, but yeah, run it back one more time. Sure. Good. I'm glad he's there. He's going to help him. Kenneth Walker's the interesting one. And we talked about, do you take Jeremiah Love? He'll cost you about 8.5, $9 million. Breece Hall goes off the market, gets the franchise tag at 14. You get Kenneth Walker and you're paying him 14. I am a little gun shy of the money.
Where does that make him? Was he like the 5th highest paid running back, probably?
Yes. I want to make sure on that, though. As of last year, the contract, because there's a couple that are real big. Saquon, McCaffrey, Henry, Walker would slot in 4th, just ahead of Breece Hall's franchise tag.
I mean, I don't think that's. I mean, is that an overpay to you? I think
that's ahead of Jonathan Taylor. It's ahead of Josh Jacobs, ahead of James Cook. But at the same time, keep in mind, Travis Etienne signed for $13 million.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Like, what if Jonathan Taylor was a free agent? Like,
Correct.
He'd make 16.
Correct. That's right. And Jonathan Taylor got a contract, though. Like, this isn't his rookie deal. Jonathan Taylor's on a 14. So the market plays into that to some degree. But I would also tell you, when we're talking about Saquon and McCaffrey and Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor and even Breece Hall and Josh Jacobs and James Cook, Walker has not handled that kind of role or workload yet in his NFL career.
He's always had Sharps there.
He's never done what those guys do to get paid like they do, and he's probably not going to be asked to do what those guys do.
Somebody brought up the fact.
There is a money component for me where I feel like it is a little bit of an overpay. I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm not saying it's the wrong call. I'm not saying I don't like it. I do think, though, it's a little bit of an overpay for Kenneth Walker.
This to me feels, there's something I saw, I think it was a Seahawks fan or somebody, like some national person said something about like the Seahawks will be just fine. Last year, Kenneth Walker scored 5 touchdowns. Charbonnet scored 12. Charbonnet scored 12. You correct me every time I do that. Charbonnet scored 12 touchdowns, and it's like, they'll be just fine. It's like, yeah, but I bet, 9 of those were vultures at the goal line. Clyde Edwards-Helaire style. That's what, because he's really good on the goal line. That's not anybody's fault. But like, what if you credited Walker with 13 touchdowns over and took some of those back from him? Like, does that makes him look like, whoa, like look at the season that he had.
Yeah, I don't get super into I don't get to the touchdown thing isn't like my biggest thing. He carried the ball last year. He's averaged, let's call it 220 carries a year, and he's averaged about 4.5 yards a carry, 4.3 yards a carry. It averages over a 17 game average. If you look at it, about 240 attempts a year. He's rushing for just a tick under 4.5 yards a carry. He breaks off long runs like crazy. They haven't asked him to be a big-time receiver. He averages 40 catches a year. Breece Hall has averaged fewer carries. Of course, he has the injury. A little better yards per carry, and has averaged almost 20 more catches a year. So, like, we're getting into a territory, and if we look up, like Barkley, McCaffrey, Henry, and Jonathan Taylor, it's going to be a whole lot more than that. It's kind of a Breece Hall comp here to me. Like Breece Hall gets this at the franchise tag. Okay. Well, if that's where a guy of his caliber is, that's kind of where you started it. I'm not sure I saw anybody thinking that Kenneth Walker was going to get $14 million a year. I think they overpaid a little bit.
Maybe.
Again, I'm not saying I don't like it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is that maybe it was an overpay, but I also think that you just cleared up as much cap space as you possibly could by trading Trent McDuffie to do something like this, to have the opportunity.
Well, you didn't clear up a ton of cap space yet. I mean, you cleared up what you could do in the future.
Correct.
Yeah. You got a first-round pick for McDuffie. That's as good. A first and a second for a guy that you knew you had no. I mean, the Rams are making him the highest-paid corner. And did we have that yesterday? I'm not sure if we had that by yesterday, but
it's not official. It's not official yet, but
it's going to happen.
It will tomorrow. Yes,
he's going to be the highest-paid corner. The Chiefs were never going to do that. Yeah. It's just like the Tyreek Hill trade. We can't make him paid what he wants to be paid, so we got to trade him. It's the exact same thing as the Tyreek Hill trade.
The stat that to me is worth, whatever you want to pay him is that Sam McDowell had yesterday is that Kenneth Walker forced 61 missed tackles last season per PFF. The Chiefs backfield last year combined had 49.
I really like Kenneth Walker, and I really like
he has the most missed tackles forced in the league since 2022. He's at 293 since he basically come in the league. I think was that year, right? I believe. So
let's look at it this way. We've asked this question a million times. Take your pick. Kenneth Walker at $14 million and pick 9. Jeremiah Love $8.5 million without pick 9.
I think they did the right thing. And I said that the entire way is that
I do too.
Free agency is going to come first. And
I
we're not going to have to
didn't think it'd take $14 million. I thought it would be closer to like 10 or 11 million.
Probably.
So semantics at this point, I think they did the right thing too. Here's what I do like about the contract. It's 2 years guaranteed. It's not, if it doesn't work with Kenneth Walker, I happen to think it will. It's only 2 years guaranteed. So it's really like the risk comes in a very short-term fashion for the Chiefs. So even if it is a miss, it like long-term big picture isn't that big a deal. Yeah. That's the part of the contract I do like. And if he hits and they get him for 3 years, that's great too. At $14 million, if he's awesome for 2 years and you go into that third, we're probably going to have like a holdout situation. Because he'll be like $14 million. Look at what these other guys are getting paid. I'm going ham here. Like, you got to pay me more. So
correct. What I need to know, Jacob, this is a deep in the weeds TV conversation. Since he has entered the league, nobody is consistent on what they call him by his name. Is he Kenneth Walker? Is he Ken Walker? Is he Kenny Walker? Is he Kenneth Walker the third? Like, what are we going to call him? Is he just Kenneth Walker? Is that what people call him? I haven't been deep in the Seahawks weeds enough.
I've heard Ken and Kenneth, and I've heard with and without the third.
I think in college, I'm pretty sure he went by what was he, UCLA? Is that right? No, that's Charbonnet. Sorry. Yeah, Charbonnet was UCLA. State. Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure he was a lot of Kenny Walker in college.
He was G at Michigan State. He was the top guy in that draft class.
Yeah.
By a lot of accounts. Now, did he get drafted ahead of Breece? I can't remember. They were both 2022. But he was that dude in college. Now he's like, it's interesting with him because he's had the same rap forever. Like, he is an explosive runner, maybe a little less consistent. I'm curious to see the fit with Kansas City. And I just feel like you run in between right guard and center. And there's going to be a lot of times he Derrick Henry's it, where he's just gone. And like, it's like, whoa, what does he do at that second level? Gets interesting. And then when you think about what Andy Reid can do, if that second level is having to keep itself honest, and even the third level at safety, which they have not had to do, but think about the way the Chiefs have run the ball. Then, and this is not a knock against Kareem Hunt, because again, I think what he did last year was remarkable in short yardage, but there was zero threat of a big running play. Zero. Now you go from that to maybe the most threatening or one of the most threatening players to a big run in Kenneth Walker. And it's like, okay, the Chiefs are going to run the ball. What if Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce and Tyquan Thornton Like, what if they see those safeties having to keep an eye on Walker? What does this do for play action? Now you have a defense for 2 years. Since Isaiah Pacheco's been hurt for 2 years, a defense has not had to respect the threat of a long run play breaking off. Like, at worst, what was Kareem Hunt going to run for? 12 yards? Like, what are you like? It's not going to, like, you're not going to die that way. And that's hurt them. Now you bring in a guy like Walker. And so even if they don't give him the, 16 to 18 carry a game workload we'd like to see them give him, even if they don't do that, they now have 3 levels of a defense that have to respect him being back there. And that could be big for Mahomes. I don't know if it'll be big for him in the first half of the season.
I agree. I think that's
could
what
be in the second half.
Everybody loved Isaiah Pacheco and loved the running angry, but you didn't have that because he was very
his rookie year, maybe, and then he got hurt. But even
then, like he gave you, he's going to break through the first level like you've never seen before, and then he's going to meet a linebacker and he's just going to try to run him over. But Kenneth Walker is not that. Kenneth Walker is actually a threat in the second and third levels, as you're saying here. Like that's what the Chiefs haven't had since. What do you want? I mean, Jamal Charles, probably. Right? Like I don't know what you want to say there.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you could make a case for some of their speedsters that they've had back there, but it really wasn't anything like a bell cow running back that took.
They haven't had a high-profile running back since Jamal Charles.
Yeah,
and they've had guys.
I mean, Clyde.
Really nice
Clyde
job.
was a bowling ball. That's all he would do as well. Whenever he was a starter.
Who?
Clyde.
Oh, he wasn't that good. I'm
saying he was a bowling ball.
Darrell Williams and Damian Williams and like those guys.
Exactly.
Like Clyde was never really anything. Like he just was never very good. So this is a caliber of running back that they haven't seen in a long time. I'm on board with the move because they get to keep pick 9. And we'll see what they do with 9 and
what
29.
Position? What are they doing? What are they doing at 9?
Edge rusher.
Does anything change your mind?
Would be my preference.
Or cornerback?
Caleb Downs may slip because people are scared of his knee. They need a secondary. I'm
really
okay with that.
I was never really in the Downs camp, but now they don't have a secondary at all.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's a corner rated that high, but there's Caleb Downs.
True.
If Carnell Tate fell at receiver, he'd probably be the only one. What I am not opposed either to using 29 to move up and go get one of the elite pass rushers.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed.
So
to
help me? Is this the secondary? Is the only guy coming back that played like real minutes? The Jaden Hicks. Because Cook was this other safety, right?
Williams.
He's gone.
I thought Williams was back.
Josh Williams.
Yeah.
No, he signed with the Rams. No, he signed somewhere. I can't remember.
That's Watson.
Somebody signed. He signed elsewhere. I can't remember what team.
We'll look at. I'll look at that.
I'm telling you that
we'll have that right on the other side. Okay, we'll have that right on the other side on who do they have? It's a good question. And then we'll look at some of those other top 10 picks as we continue here on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems
Why are they hiding it?
and real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issue a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Is Sports Daily on KFH.
Thanks to Crestview Country Club for being a great supporter of the program. It is a great time of year to be out at Crestview. The golf today will be fantastic. It's a little muggy outside, but we're good. We're good.
I want to know what the deal was, Jacob. When I woke up this morning, it was dark outside. I thought that we were supposed to be getting the daylight.
Yeah, that's what happens there. That's what happens. But hey, it's the golfing time of year. 36 holes out of Crestview to choose from, north and south, both in great shape. Both are going to be rocking and rolling here pretty soon. We're there. We made it. We made it. We may have to deal with a little bit of noise every once in a while here, but we're there. Give Crestview a call. Ask them about all the great memberships they have to offer. It is a fantastic place for the family. My family's been there a long time. We really enjoy it. We really appreciate their support here on Sports Daily. All right, teachers.
Titans. The answer is the Titans.
Noel Williams.
Is that who you were talking about?
Yes, Williams.
Okay, I was talking about Josh Williams.
Well, I crossed streams there. Josh Williams going to the Titans. Noel Williams and Christian Fulton. I would say, I guess, are the expected starters right now. ESPN's latest mock, the LSU corner Mansour Delane is, I think, pretty widely considered the top corner. The question becomes, like, okay, is that who you like there? Is it because what I don't want to get into is the Chiefs drafting at 9 based on need instead of best player. Delane, let's just see where Mel Kiper, if we're looking at ESPN, he has him at 15. See, that feels like a little bit of a reach there. It's not bad. What I'd love to see is Reese or Bailey. Those would be my top choices. And if they have to use 29 to move up to get one of them, okay. Downs, if he's there, okay. Tate, if he's there, okay. They do need a linebacker. That's where the other Ohio State guy, Styles, goes in there. And Bain, I don't know that I'm in necessarily on Bain that high. I don't want Kenyon Sadiq that high, the tight end we're gonna hear his name a lot. I don't think I want an offensive tackle, although the Utah tackle will probably be there, maybe even the Miami tackle. I think for me, it's see if you can't move up to get Reese or Bailey. That would be my top choice.
I don't know if I'm with you.
Corner at 9. Man, that's not sexy. I mean, that is
I think
utility. It's a utility pick because you lost McDuffie. So you're not getting better. Like, no matter who they put in place of McDuffie, you're not going to just assume they're better there.
I'm with you on the fact that I don't want to reach because of it's a position thing, but I also think that you need to draft the best player at your position, but you didn't want to draft somebody that didn't make any sense to draft. Now that makes sense to draft that position. I think it's tongue in cheek both ways, is that, like, you don't want to draft a corner because you need a corner, but you also weren't going to draft a corner because you didn't need a corner. Now you need a corner, so you can draft a corner. I don't know what the drop-off between a corner at 9 or 29 is, because I think they do need to draft a corner. That is now become an apparent need in this draft, right?
It's a need, but does it have to be a need at 9?
I mean, that's the best one they're probably going to draft.
They've also got 29 and a million other picks, and they have a long history of drafting good corners later in drafts. So if one of these corners, and I think there are 2 of them being listed in that, not that range, but sort of that range, the Tennessee corner, McCoy, and then Delane, the LSU corner. Like, if the Chiefs feel like those are elite level players, okay. All right, fine. It's kind of a weird year to be picking at 9. What if Jeremiah Love fell that far? But let's ask that, by the way. What if Jeremiah Love falls to 9? What do you do there?
I don't know. I guess make some calls. I don't know if the thing is I think the people that are behind the Chiefs, like, how many of them want to trade up to get him?
It's a good question.
Because we know the top 9 seem to be all desperate for running backs, is what it felt like.
See that. Boy, that's a who would move up? Who would move down, I guess, too, would be a question. Like, if you're talking to the Cardinals, would they swap you if they think they can get Love?
At 3?
At 3? Would
what are you going to give?
Would the Giants swap you at 5? But I don't think Bailey's going to make it past the Cardinals. Would Cleveland switch you? I mean, they took Judkins, but he had a pretty bad injury. What about Washington? What if you had a chance to move up a couple of spots? Cincinnati might have interest. Who would have interest in Love? Minnesota. Vikings fans have talked about it. The Panthers, perhaps. The Steelers could be interested.
What would you want? I guess that's a question. What would you want if you are giving the pickup?
If I'm trading down from 9?
Yes.
I mean, first, if you can get it, depends on how far a team wants to move up.
I mean, I feel like they wouldn't do it without.
I'm talking not just a first swap, another first. Sorry, a second first, which is a going rate now. But if you could get like a second and a third, pile up there. But they already have so many picks this year.
I agree. I think that this draft
too.
I also feel like the Chiefs have been in positions for a long time where depth is the most important thing that they need to do. This year, though, like they're going to be drafting starters, and that's why this draft is so important. And so I think that this may not be the year, like unless you love this corner and you think you can get him at 12, then that's what you do. But I think anything else, draft a starter.
I would rather see them take a corner later. They just feel like they're better at doing that. I think for me, I would say that like. I would like them at 9 to be able to take a swing at Reese, Bailey, Downs, or Tate. I mean, maybe Styles. I'm not as in on a linebacker, but if he really is that good, okay. If those guys aren't there, I would rather see the fallback plan. And I know this, and I'm going to reserve the right to change my mind on this. It would maybe be the tackle before the corner. Take one of the two tackles. We like Simmons, but he had the thing last year. It's a bit like you can immediately, it's a starter for you still, right? And what's the worst thing that can happen there? That they're not good, but let's say they are good. What's the worst case scenario if you draft a good player there? You have an insane offensive line for the next 4 or 5 years. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I just think I do want to give a tip of the cap to Steve Spagnuolo. Does he really need blue chippers, top 10 corners to do what he has no history of he's great.
Except Trent McDuffie.
He wasn't a top 10 corner.
He was first round pick.
He was a first round pick. They have 29. And they've drafted a lot of starters much later than that at that position. So I'm better off waiting on that one. I think the ideal plan to me is edge rusher because they're the hardest to find, and the Chiefs have swung and missed plenty there. They can't get it right. I mean, unless you're really believing in Ashton Gelati, but Karlaftis is still a little better than league average. They need an elite edge rusher. So if they're sitting there at 3 and we see the Chiefs move up to go get Bailey, I'm in on that. I'm in on that. If it costs him 1 and 29 and a third next year, I'm in to go get Bailey. To go get the elite pass rusher, the elite edge rusher, I'll rubber stamp and sign off on that. And I think it might be becoming my preference, honestly. I just don't know what's there at pick 9 now. Love again. Let
me just make this point. Let me just make this point is the question that you posed, I think it was last segment of the big question we've had for a month. Would you rather have pick 9 and Kenneth Walker or for every reason that we just said for the last 20 minutes? That's why you want this way to be.
Yeah, it is. And if Love is there, there's going to be a lot of they could have just had Love at 9. That's coming.
Man,
that will happen.
Maybe I have Chiefs glasses on, but Kenneth Walker for only, I guess it'd be $5 million more. That's not insignificant, but
plus whatever you're going to get there. That's
exactly.
The thing but you have to remember that.
I agree, but even on the surface level, if I think Kenneth Walker is a Super Bowl MVP, he's proven that he's probably $5 million better than Jeremiah Love.
I don't agree with that. I think Love is a more intriguing.
He could be incredible.
Sure, he could be.
But you're paying $5 million of luxury of knowing that you have a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah. It doesn't. I agree with the decision because you still get pick 9, right? You still I think if you were asking me at the same price, would I rather have Jeremiah Love or Kenneth Walker? I would take Jeremiah Love. But I really like Kenneth Walker, and he could be a really good fit because he threatens the secondary, and the Chiefs have needed that for a long time. Mahomes has needed that. My goodness, Mahomes has needed that. Somebody just threaten the defense for a big chunk play, please, so that they can open up the passing game again.
And you know what? Throw out the RPOs. Run the ball. Do play action. Don't do the RPOs.
They could kill people with if Walker fits. Like if this all fits and he can gash defenses, it's going to help Mahomes. Like Mahomes at the end of next year with an effective Kenneth Walker is a very dangerous prospect for especially when you think about. I really liked the juice with Thornton on the deep ball. And now you don't have to try to force that in with Worthy, and you've got Worthy and Rice on the underneath stuff, and you've got Kelsey. It tracks. Like it could be good. And honestly, for the last 40 seconds of what I just said, if they take a right tackle, I'd probably be okay with it. I'd probably be fine with it.
It all goes back
with the right tackle than the corner. I'm pretty sure.
It all goes back to just literally take anything now except a running back. Don't take a running back or a quarterback now.
Yeah.
And that's it. And literally anything else will be great.
Anything your draft board better be solid. Your draft board better be good. Or go be hyper aggressive and just shove in for David Bailey. Like you don't think the Cardinals would like to have 2 picks? The Chiefs have the luxury if they don't need. They're not a lot of holes. Their holes are something
if
they've
the
got
Cardinals.
To
If the Cardinals can think that Jeremiah Love will be there at 9, they would do that.
That's interesting. He might be. Yeah. I love it. I love it. It's fun to have the high draft picks. But none of the teams I follow ever have high draft picks, and now there's one sitting here, and it's not quite high enough. Yeah, because the Chiefs just lost a couple more games last year. All right, we're coming back. We got more Sports Daily. Don't go away.